Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lauren from Lady Lauren Explorer, and today is going to be not a book review or a book haul. I'm going to do books that you should be reading on KU. These books are free on KU. When I say free, because it's KU, so like I'm just saying free. But if you have KU, you definitely need to read these books because I love them. These books are books that I have read on KU, and now that I've read them, I want to get the physical books because they're great. um there is one book that I'm holding off on to see if there's gonna be an alternative cover of the print that I want. Otherwise, I'll just stick with the cover that they have. And that's what we're gonna start off with. Our first book is called Knives and Kisses, a Stolen Obsessions Valentine's Day novella by um Aurora. I said that name so wrong. Knight. This is a great novella. Like, if you, there's plot holes, obviously, it's a novella. But if you just take out all that, all the stuff that's going on in this book is just it's between a quarterback and a goth plus size student. She's a theater kid. He is so possessive. Like, the stalker vibes is crazy. The unhingedness of him is even crazier. Like, he's like gone. Gone. And I'm here for all of it. Like, I'm telling you, if he was in real life, I would be okay with it. So how they start off is she's a theater kid and they're doing a production of Romeo and Juliet, and it's her last year to get like basically recognized. She is like into it. She is the president of the theater kids, and she finds out that her production, which was supposed to be on Valentine's Day, is getting pushed back because a football player's his like what do you call it? I guess it's like his choosing of like being picked up by like a big huge NFL team is gonna be that weekend, like that day. So they want the auditorium for that day for his party. And she's like not having it. So she wants to confront him and talk about like how he's ruining her one day. He has no idea who she is when she first does this. Like, he sees her and he's like, like, she's different. I want her. And then when she decides to like just vomit, like just all her feelings, like just bring all her feelings out on him, and it's just like I think she splashes him with liquor and then like slaps him. He is just like, let me take you to my room. I know you saying you don't want this. I don't really care if you don't want this. You're going to get this because I want this. He's very narcissistic because his whole entire room is covered with mirrors because he gets aroused by like to himself. So like when he's having sex, he's literally looking at himself to get off. Like, he doesn't, like, he sees the girl, but like he's like getting aroused by him. And then he's realizing that like she is getting him aroused. Like, he's not looking at himself, he's looking at her, and he's like, I have to like either like be with her or I have to kill her. There's so much, it's so unhinged, and I loved every single bit of that. It was good. I want the alternative cover to be the picture of him and her, like I'll put it right there, of him and her in her room. There is like knife play in here because he is crazy. There's death because he's crazy. He's a stalker, he's obsessed. It's just a good novella. I'm just letting you know, it's a good novella that you should definitely read on KU and get if you want in physical form. Okay, The next one is Claiming What Is His by A.M. McCoy. This is part of the Kings of Hawthorne series. I literally only read this book because it has cheating in it. And you know, I am the princess of loving cheating romances. Like, I try to find some good cheating romances that you would either love or hate. Morally love if you like cheating romances, but this one, yes. So for this one, it's a second chance romance between our heroine and our hero who had been dating for like 10 years, and then she breaks up with him because of something that like he does, and her family is like, hey, like you either go back with him or we're cutting you off, because they're part of like a very affluent, they're all affluent, and she's like, no, I'm not going to go back with him, like no. And so her parents cut her off, and so she is now stuck, from going from the very top to the bottom of the barrel and clawing her way back up to the top. Not 10 years. She had been dating him at 18 is when she broke up with him. 10 years later, she then finds out her new boss is her ex-boyfriend. And you know how that goes. Hard to get, heartbreak, groveling. And it was good. It was really, really good. It's the first book in the Hawthorns, Kings of Hawthorns situation. I probably will read the second two, like the next two, because I did like this first one. I wish they all had cheating in them, but it's okay. This book is really, really good to me, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm just saying. We have Crystal Vach with Molly, which is an age gap single mom romance. And this one has other woman drama. Bad. Like, this is, you cannot tell me that she's trying to break us up, because she's trying to break us up and you're not doing anything about it, sir. That's what this is giving me. He's a tattoo artist. She's a single mom at a cafe. They meet. He starts falling in love with her, but his friend, who is a female, has been in love with him, and they've been friends. I don't think he's ever had an intimate relationship with her, but he has been her friend through thick and thin, and she uses that to her advantage. He thinks that our heroine, Molly, is insecure or sees too much into what him and his friend, who is a girl, is. And that leads to very like miscommunication on his part, not on hers, because she has the right idea of what's going on. And him taking the other woman's side, because again, he's not seeing what she's doing to make our heroine feel the way she's feeling. And when the heroine brings it up, he's just like, you're reading too much into this. She's like, she's my best friend. Like, she's not doing this. Like, you're reading too much into this. And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, like, I just need, like, oh, like, just give me your neck. just, oh, you know, just, it was a reaction, like, you know, a reflex. It just happens sometimes. Okay? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that I'm reading too much into this. But yes, there is some groveling in here, and again, this is really good, because even though this doesn't have cheating in it, you do see their friends, like Molly's best friend, who also works at her cafe. I think they're co-owners though. And our hero's best guy friend become a relationship. And during Molly's book, you see them become a relationship, and then all of a sudden something happens where he cheats on her best friend. And then the cliffhanger at the end of this book is basically their next book. which is Molly's best friend. So I am ready for book 2 because that does have cheating in it, and we know who he cheated on. We just don't know how, why, and we kind of know why. Because I mean, it's just jumping back into the water with someone you know. But like, I want their whole entire story, and I can't wait. But this is definitely a good book. I'm telling you, if you like other women drama, if you feel like the reflex of like just choking someone because they are not seeing what you're seeing, but you're right. It's not like you're being delulu. Like, you're not being delulu. You know what you're seeing, and they can't tell you that you don't. I'm just saying. You know, okay, I'm getting off tangent because I'm so mad at him for doing that to Molly. Gosh. All right. Next one is Ricochet by Cole Lee Play. This is from the Fastball series. This is a cheating romance as well. And how this one goes is it's cheating twice. Our heroine has been cheated on by her longtime boyfriend. She then moves to a different, I think it goes to a different college, and then moves into a duplex. So downstairs is either her friend, her roommates, which are all females, and upstairs are the boys, or is vice versa. And in this whole entire unit, there are some girls who've known the boys because I think they are baseball players or football players. I think it's baseball though. And they have a kind of like relationship with the boys. Sometimes friends with benefits. Some of them do have feelings for the other boys and vice versa. And some of them are just there to mess up people's relationship. And that's what happens because our heroine falls in with one of our boys, our hero of the story, and he is basically a player. He has been known to mess with one girl in the particular in this roommate relationship before our heroine comes in. And basically what happens is like things lead to cheating dynamics and him groveling. It was good. I loved it. I really want it in physical form, but you should definitely read this on KU. Just saying. Next on our list is Made for Romeo by Natasha Madison. This is part of the Made for series. I know this one has cheating in it too. Second chance romance, enemies to lovers, because she left him because he cheated, and he is now at the point in time of his career ready to be committed and want her back. So I think it's like one-sided enemies to lovers because she does not want him, quote unquote. This was really, really good. I I know there's a lot of cheating romances, but I'm just saying the cheating romances I'm recommending are good. I'm just saying. Then we have Not a Peep by M.T. Adams. This is part of the Goverton College series. This entire series is made up of 17 different authors, and they each have either a novella or a full book that coincide into this Goverton College world. And Not a Peep is so good. This is a MMMF H gap. I love it. So I guess you call it reverse age gap because like our heroine is the older woman, and then our 3 men are our college students. Well, 2 of them are college students. The other one, I think he works in Goverton, like the town. So she's a librarian. She's running away from something in her past that is haunting her currently. And our boys, our men, they have a relationship all their own, I'm saying. swords cross in this, swords cross. But they blackmail her into a relationship because they have something, they have some material on her that she does not want to get out. That's not her actual secret, but it's part of the secret why she's there and actually a librarian. They make her their, you know, intimate partner per se. And it's just so good because like after everything happens, because there is a underlying theme of like her first past coming back to haunt her. And once that gets resolved, we end on a not so cliffhanger because one of our men's father, who is very like, he's like he who must not be named in this story, because it's about to be a duet, and I can't wait for the second book in this. I'm just saying, because that Cliffy, I was just like, oh my gosh, he's here. But this was so spicy. Like the steam was great, the tension was awesome, how they interacted with each other was amazing, and this does have each of their perspective in it, so you'll be glad for that. And it does have like the before. So when we first meet the boys, they are like, they already have this like this whole entire scenario set up, like they know what they're doing. But it does take us to the beginning of like when she first catches their eye and how each of them decided to do this and go about it. And I just love it. I'm telling you, I cannot wait for book 2. Oh my gosh, I really want it. I really want it. I think it comes out this year and I'm just like, I'm gagging for it. But Not A Peep is great. You should definitely read it. I think it has a great dynamic. I think it is impeccably like written, and it just makes you want more, because it made me want so much more. I couldn't put the book down. Like I was literally in the restroom just reading. Like I was cooking and reading. Second to last book is A Bit of Hate by T. St. James. This is from the Gamble of Souls series. This is a urban fantasy. Our heroine is a boss biatch. Love her. She is take no like prisoners. Her whole entire department love her because she get things done, even when they like they do some crazy things. She gets things done. And she thinks she's about to be promoted to, I think, CEO or COO to the company, because like she's like badass. She's bringing them the numbers. What we find out is no, she's not. I think the CEO's brother then steps in, and then she decides to have a complete meltdown. She makes his whole entire life at this company hell. But what she doesn't know is she works for a human and monster company. So some of her coworkers are monsters she never realized. And the new CEO, he's a incubus. And he decides to curse her and turn her into a succubus. It is crazy because someone is trying to take down our company and kill people. I'm just like, there's so much going on in this world and I love it. This also is kind of poly because they can't feed off each other. There are soulmates, are bondmates, but they can't feed off each other because then they'll die. So they have to feed off other people as well, and it means engaging into sexual acts with other people to feed themselves. And it's just so good. It does end in an HEA, or happy for now, I guess you could say, if you don't want to read the second book. But then the second book gets even more drama. I haven't read that yet. But based on the cliffhanger in that first one, I'm here for it. But I have so many other books on my TBR that I just can't. I can't do that to myself. I really need to read what I need right now. Our last book is The Trouble with Trying to Date a Murderer by Jennifer Cody. This is just so ridiculous. I don't know why I picked this book up. I just think it was short. And I was like, yeah, okay, I can read it. And then like, I think the summary just like made me giggle. And so I was like, okay, like it's a quick read. And if I don't like it in like 20 pages, I can just DNF it. But our hero, he is mute and he falls in love with this fairy murderer assassin. Like, it's really unhinged how funny and super crazy the plot is, that I was laughing and just like, why am I reading this? But it was so good, and once I finished it, I was just like, I have to read more. Like, I don't even know how to explain the plot, but you know, I can give you like the quick one. It's a paranormal romance with lots of sass, humor, and a ridiculously 3,000-year-old age gap. I can't tell you. Also, our hero, our main one, the one that's mute, he's just so sassy. Like, he is just like, and he's mute, so like he has to like sign, but most of the time he texts. And the things he says is crazy. I'm telling you, if you just want a read to just like throw your mind off, if you need like a quick breezer, if you want a palate cleanser, you should definitely read this book, because it's nonsensical but so good. I just saying. But that is it for today. My name is Lauren. I post a video Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Sundays, so please be subscribed so you can get notified when I've uploaded. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find some new reads from this. I will, once I get these physical forms, I will be making my book reviews on them more in depth than just giving you the synopsis and stuff like that and like telling you to read it, because I really want these in physical form. All of them. But yes, I hope to see you in my next video, and have a good day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Bye.